in this very video, I'm going to share with you performance anxiety, the fails and the fixes. I'm Shay, I'm a men's coach. I experienced performance anxiety for many years myself in the bedroom. And now I've worked with guys in every continent around the world, apart from Antarctica, to be able to get performance anxiety fixed so that you can feel normal again and enjoy intimacy. Out of the hundreds, if not thousands of men that I've spoken to, there are very common patterns of what we've tried to get this sorted and fixed that has failed and what actually works. You'll also see in the comments below, which I'll speak about later on, a link to the performance anxiety quiz, so that as we go through this video, if that feels relatable, this free quiz is the next step. We're going to start off with the fails and then we're going to move on to the fixes. First of all, endless videos. Let me put a cross through that. Being stuck watching endless amounts of videos, reading endless articles, waiting for the next thing, the one thing we feel like we're getting closer. Oh, I've learned something new. This is a danger zone, okay? We need to wake ourselves up to this and be alert that this very behavior is normal, but it also keeps us stuck. Number two, maybe you haven't heard of this. I hadn't heard of it until I started looking at what people were Googling. Blue salt tricks. I'm going to jump ahead one as well. Home remedies, okay? Let's throw the blue salt trick into that bucket. And I know some of you watching this may already be pulling up Google looking at, oh, what's this blue salt trick? Let me see if this works. Please look into this before you even start doing any of it. I'm absolutely not recommending this as a fix because it doesn't get it sorted. But this is just one example of this bucket of home remedies that get our attention because it feels instant, it feels immediate, it feels like, oh, this is the one thing that I've been waiting for, so I don't have to talk to anybody else about this, so I can just be at home and take this blue salt myself, whatever that is, and get this sorted. It's not the thing. So we're putting a cross through blue salt and home remedies. Next is pills. Now, these, some of which are very close to the home remedies, are not the things in themselves that get performance anxiety sorted. What we don't read on the packets or even see on the packets, and often what the pill companies don't tell us, is that we have to be in a calm and grounded state for these types of pills to work anyway. So half of the time when they don't work, we then start thinking, oh my God, there's really definitely something wrong with me. I must be broken. It's not that at all. It's the fact that we're going into intimacy when we're not in a calm or grounded state, and we can expect that to happen because the pills in themselves do not get performance anxiety fixed. So we're putting a cross through pills, okay, because they aren't the solution to solving performance anxiety at its root. Let's go on to the next thing, Kegels. I've done them, I'm sure you have done them as well, and they are helpful for strengthening our pelvic floor muscles, there's no doubt about that, and that's scientifically proven. But if we are experiencing performance anxiety, doing Kegel exercises are not the thing that is going to get things sorted with our mindset. When it's performance anxiety, it's a mindset game, it's not a physical game as such. And so whilst I would say do Kegels, that's absolutely fine. Strengthening the pelvic floor is a good thing, but don't expect that to be the thing that gets performance anxiety sorted, because it won't. So we're putting a cross through Kegels, and then finally that leads us across, but do them, but without expectation that it's going to get other things sorted. And that brings us also onto the final point, meditation and yoga. I want to say, first of all, I do both meditation and yoga. I really like both of them. They are not in themselves the thing that gets performance anxiety sorted. Yoga is a good way to stretch our body and to stay active, and meditation is a good way to keep our mind calm and still. But they do not address the root of what is going on in our mind when it comes to performance anxiety. What is going on to this fix list? Number one, mindset work. Mindset work. There is no doubt about it. The first thing is realizing this is a mindset game. Number two, coaching or therapy. This is not a pitch, by the way. We speak about the mindset tools. The obvious question is, well, where do I get those from? And either working with a coach like myself or a therapist, but whether it's me or somebody else, that doesn't matter. What does matter is that you feel safe with this person, that they have a track record of being able to get this sorted, and ideally that they have experienced it themselves as well, because then they really know what's going on and they know how this feels. Think about other areas of our life. Someone has to teach us how to swim. Someone has to teach us how to ride a bike. Someone has to teach us to do really anything that we want to learn and go to the next level at in life. This area is exactly the same, but it feels more vulnerable, which is why we want to just close off and deal with it ourselves. I understand that. I was in that place for a long time too. The reality is, from experience, really we have to work with somebody to be able to get this sorted. Number three, owning it. owning this. Okay, and what I mean by owning it is when we experience any uncomfortable situation in life, but specific to performance anxiety, we often want to ignore. We want to try and push through it and blame it, or maybe it's to do with them. If they don't accept this part of me, they're not the right person for me. We try and externalize it onto somebody else, or we just don't want to deal with the pain of it, the uncomfortability of it. And one part of you may say, well, I'm having to deal with this because this is what's happening, but I'm talking about actually going there and exploring, why is this happening and how do we get through it, okay? This is what owning it means, to say, I don't have all of the answers, but I know that I want to get this sorted. Let me ask you that question. Do you believe that you can get this sorted? And do you believe that there is a part of you that wants to get this sorted? I am answering yes to both of those questions because you are here watching these videos. Okay, the next one. Number 4, committing to the work. This writing is eventually atrocious because of how I'm holding the board. There is work ahead, okay? There's no doubt about that. What we imagine in our mind is always worse than the actual thing. Now, I can't speak for other coaches or therapists, but I know with me, one of the principles is creating a safe place where we can talk about anything. And often something that guys imagine is that there's going to be a whole load of really difficult work ahead, and this is not the case. Usually we can get performance anxiety sorted in actually quite a short space of time compared to how long it's been going on for, and what we imagine in our minds is way more painful than the actual reality of getting this sorted. Number 5, quick fixes. Okay, we have to start ignoring the many endless quick fixes that we see online. We spoke about some of them in the failed first part of the video. There are going to be an endless number of temptations, instant fixes, 1-minute miracles, 10-second miracles to get performance anxiety sorted. If it is too good to be true, then it probably is. This is what my dad said to me often, and now I really understand the meaning of that. It's normal for our mind to want to go there because it solves, we imagine that it solves things, gives our brain what it wants. How do I solve this in a quick, safe way where I don't have to be vulnerable with anybody? Of course that's what our brain wants, because that's comfortability and it feels like safety. The reality is that's not the path to get this sorted, so we have to train ourselves to ignore these quick fixes. And finally, number 6, to stop forcing. Okay, to stop forcing ourselves. When it comes to intimate moments, often what we find that we're doing when we're experiencing performance anxiety is, I've just got to push through, I've got to stay in the zone, I've got to do this. If I do it this time, then I've bought myself some time. All we're doing is making the situation worse. Every time we're doing this, we're breaking trust with our body. We're saying that we don't know how to listen to ourselves. And by pushing through, we're creating a false sense of security. We think we're going to get this sorted, but we're not. Think about a leader. A leader that rules by pure force, there is a timeline on that. Okay, it may get short-term results, but it erodes long-term trust. And there's a time where that leader falls. Okay, the strategy doesn't work. You know, deep down in your soul, in your heart, that that is not the right strategy. It's not working for you. And it's not one you want to continue to deploy. Even admitting that and saying, okay, I see that I'm doing this and I don't want to keep on doing that anymore because it doesn't feel right. That's a huge step forward. If you are ready to take the next step now to actually get serious about owning this and to do what it takes to get this sorted, I want to make this easy for you. And if this feels like the right conversation, great. I'd be thrilled to help you get this sorted. The first step though, before any of that, is take the performance anxiety quiz. You'll see this in the comments below. It's 10 very easy yes or no questions that you ask yourself so that you can just get clear as a starting point on, is this performance anxiety or is it something else? And then what to actually start doing about it to get this fixed. Okay, head to the comments, click on that link, and I look forward to seeing you right there.